everyone. And friend, I literally just read as I touched the switch over button, greetings and hallucinations to the new arrivals. If that doesn't sum us up, I don't know what does. Hi everyone, it's Wednesday! It's so good to see you all in the chat. We've been chatting for a good chunk of time now. So for those of you who are new, the new thing that's been happening, or the newest development, I guess, is that we've been starting to go into the chat about 20 to 15 minutes ahead of time and just yucking it up with each other. So it's been a lot of fun. So hello to everyone. Dungeon Matron, Ravencraft, Zero, Viper, Brent, Peter, hello. Quinian, Puddin, hi Puddin, and Brent. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. I'm literally just reading off of the chat scroll right now. Let me know how the music's doing in the background. I have a new list going together and I realized, oh, the last laugh just joined us. Hello, hello, hello. So I have a new playlist going and I realized that I wanted to listen to it too. So that's why I have it running off my speakers so I can hear it and hopefully you can hear murmurings of it. Not necessarily every single last note, but you know, enough. But yeah, oh yay, woo for Wednesday. And then don't forget Friday we do this as well, but we do terrain theme. So this week, I was actually very excited for this one because every month I have my patrons vote on a mini and I give them a whole selection of miniatures to pick from. And hi Chet and hi Brown. It all varies based upon a group that I give them. And this month, especially because of Netflix's new Dark Crystal show, I pulled out our Dark Crystal board game because it came with, well, it comes with 4 awesome minis. So this is oh, was this too big? I'll do it this way. So this is the board game, okay? It's, yoink! My right is my left, my left is right. It's the Jim Henson's Dark Crystal game, and right here is where the minis are viewable. I've taken them out to show you up close. But you get the 4 minis. Right through here, you see, you have Jen, you have, I think that's the Chamberlain, yep. Then you have Kira, and then you have the Gartham Master. Are the ones that you get with this set, and then they do other really great 2D miniatures with this. And I have a live stream on this one from a while back. I was waiting for that zero. So the box itself is a nice solid cardboard box. So all the materials are super quality, like super duper quality. Hello, Akile. And basically what I did is I took a picture of these 4 lined up together and I threw the poll out into the Patreon post as well as in the Discord chat for my patrons. And they voted. They voted quickly too. That was one of the, hey Kentucky Fried Gamers! You do gaming, right? I have to. So it was really a lot of fun to see who they leaned towards because who I thought would be the winner is not at all who was the winner. Oh, Brandon, you need to get on that and see Dark Crystal. It's a good one. So I'm going to show you who I thought would win first. I'm using the cards that come with it. So I thought this fellow was going to be our winner. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Jin was not our winner. Definitely not our winner. Neither was the Gartham Master. The artwork in this is just stunning, by the way. Hello, Opera Ghost. And then, hello, Mike. And then Kira, also gorgeous mini, but it's the Chamberlain who won. I was so not expecting him to be the winning mini, but so it is. So we have this guy as our winner. I'm actually going to keep this card nearby for color reference because, you know, it helps as you do. I didn't recognize the name. You must not fall into the trap much. What trap? I missed something. So basically, here we go with the minis again. Here is the Gartham Master. I'm also hoping I got the angle and everything right with my camera this go around. It's been fun with the new art desk, the new equipment, and everything. It's still fine. It's always fine-tuning, quite frankly. Forgive my hands. I've already been crafting today because I've been working on my Cobalt Press thing, so my hands are just permanently covered in paint right now. Just assume if you see me, I'm paint speckled. End of story. If not, hot glue speckled. So the Gartham Master, he actually had some fun things on the back too. The details on these minis are stupidly good. So I'm really excited to get going today. So you can see he's got these fun things going on here. But not the winner. No, not the winner. And here's Jen. Jen is quite adorable. And I mean the folds in the fabric, just look at that. The sculpts are beautiful. They really, I mean, you get the scroll going on in his clothing. It's just amazing. And here's Kira. Now, they don't do the wings for her for the mini. It is on the reference card, but not on the mini. And you get Fizzgig. If there was any mini I wanted, this one, Fizzgig. Please. So here she is. And then I've already got him prepped with primer. We have the Chamberlain. So yes, I am excited to get going with him. Because of how deep and well detailed this mini is, I am absolutely going to be doing my shadow layer. I may even be doing my multiple tone shadow layers where I start off with a deeper gray and work up to a lighter gray, because I really like how that works, especially on minis like this. I'm laughing at my nails right now. So he's going to be our guest of honor today. Forgive the fact that my hands are doing their pruning thing. It's a little cold here, like fall's decided to kick into gear and my skin is not happy about it, and my Rayner's kicked in. So that's what that's about. They haven't been soaking in water. They just do funny things. So if you want to get this game itself, it is from River Horse, and you can find it. I actually went to my local game store and he didn't have it in stock anymore. So check your local game store if you can. Chances are you're going to find it on Amazon now at this point, but it's a beautifully made game. Again, I've done a whole live stream on it before, so I'm not going to wax poetic too long on this one. But I'm super excited to get painting the Chamberlain because, again, I thought it was going to be Jen. I was convinced it was going to be Jen. He got the first few votes, and then all of a sudden I went back and checked in 5 hours. I was like, Chamberlain. Oh, okay, Chamberlain. So, yeah, we're going to do the nice little multi-layered goodness. And the figs are beautiful dice, guys. They really are. And hello, stumbling. GJ Lentz. And I think I got you already, Mike, right? So the first layer of the shadow layers that I'm going to put on is the... Is it? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to do the cold gray, again from the Vallejo color line. And start with that, and that's really going to start popping out some of these details, and then I'm just going to go and raise it up another level. And what I want to do for the flesh areas is something I did on a mini I've been commissioned to do. It's the Mad Maggie, one of my fellows from D&D in a Castle. He's hired me to do a few of his minis, and she has this very distinct purple skin. What I actually used was a couple layers of the Citadel Carroburg Crimson. I want to do the same thing on him today because the color is pretty much right on the money with what I want done for his skin. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is address his color of the skin and then work my way out, which is usually the opposite of how I do things. But when I do this wash thing, it's easier to do the washes first and then paint around that, because sometimes the washes can bleed over after you've done the painting, and then it's a headache and things get... We have his gig with Kira. He's right there. His adorable self is right there. I'm sorry, I was watching it this morning and he was starting to do his screaming theme, and I'm like, that is my spirit animal right now. And by the way, Dungeon Matron, thank you so much for becoming a patron. I got the notification. I was so thrilled about it. And actually, Zero, you don't have to invest in Vallejo paints. They're great. They're fine. I use them all the time. But I also use craft paints too. So a lot of it is how you work your paints and how you know how to function and fix them and everything like that. I always tote the you don't have to. If you're looking to get started, especially, you don't have to. But that is that. I'm happy with all these figures. All right, Brandon. Well, thank you for jumping in. And yes, Mad Maggie is a very interesting figure. The type of plastic, I will forewarning, if you do get this mini, it's brittle. It's very brittle. You have to be very careful with it. She's got like her own little place of honor tucked far, far away from other things, so neither cats nor kiddos can get near it while I'm working on it. That should be done in a couple days. I'm excited about that one. All right, so let me get started with the... I'm a chatterbox. Let me get started with the Chamberlain. Mr. Chamberlain. It was great to see you jump in. So this is pretty straightforward stuff. Oh, I put my teacup. I'm looking for my paper towel. My teacup's on top of it. Oops. Let me get my paper towel out. Put that over there. So yes, it has been... This is actually going to be a busy couple of months for me. Got out the announcement about the Guild Build Challenge, which is Vampire Teeth. If you don't know what that is, go watch that quick live stream. It's like 20 minutes long. Really not that bad. And been keeping up with making more things for the Kobold build. Really happy with this one statue I made. I shared her both on Facebook and on Twitter. It's the Rava statue that has a lighting feature on it, and I was very happy with this one thing. Oh, there, Morbid Expectation. Yeah, totally support that one. Hey, buddy! Miguel jumped in. Miguel's my bud. Miguel does lovely, wonderful things for us in the 3D printed realm, making fantastic miniatures. Shares them for free because he's cool like that. So definitely go and check him out on Shapeways as well as Thingiverse MZ4250. Look at those details. See, this is why I like doing these shadow layers first, because the details, they are there. And again, let me know how sound's going, and I can adjust accordingly if necessary. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So that's been going on. Oh my gosh. Monday. Was it Monday? It was Monday. Yes, because today's Wednesday. Of course, always, bud. So Monday I woke up and it was like someone pulled the switch about PAX Unplugged. You know, getting things prepped, getting things confirmed, so on and so forth. I have, Plaid is providing the paints and such for my terrain craft workshops. And Vallejo is actually providing the paints for the parent and child mini painting class I'm doing on Sunday with the Whiz Kids. They're not out yet, the Wormling miniatures. So I'm quite pleased they're both helping out with that one. Plaid's been awesome to me, as you well know. I love it when they send me things. I love experimenting with their new products and all that goodness. If you're on Instagram, actually, go and follow their Plaid cosplay account. Oh my God, I'm amazed at what some people are able to do with just simple things like foam and paint. And yes, I'm the one saying that, but seriously, that's a fun account to follow. I'm just going to keep going through here. And this is why I wanted to do this while we were here, because just bringing out these details, it makes me happy. This is the dangerous song. This is the one I want to dance to. I have to be careful. Gargoyles. Why? Oh, what are we talking about? Gargoyles? Like the cartoon gargoyles? Oh, I loved that cartoon. That was come home from school, toss the book bag down, and just watch gargoyles and decompress for a little bit before going and doing homework. I was one of those dorky kids. I did homework of my own volition. I always got homework done. But, you know, I need my little cartoon fix before getting back into the swing of things. I love the folds in the fabric. This is going to be really cool to paint. I may actually have to find a couple more. Ah, we are talking. Yeah, the Plaid cosplay is really cool, Quinian. So, the other cool thing, I have yet to find one. I could be making a Lyra myself soon. I didn't see any mold lines on this dude, which was a very pleasant surprise. Look at his face. Look at the face on him. A face only a mother could love, and even that's debatable. Yeah, I'm like, this may be a Jim Henson day. I wanted to watch Labyrinth yesterday. Totally got sidetracked. That didn't happen. And I started watching Dark Crystal this morning. So it's kind of like, how about we do Jim all day? Jim Henson stuff. That's perfectly valid, right? Yeah. Miguel is a very busy man. He does do patron requests, and they are really cool. He also does live streams sometimes. I'm sure there's going to be more of them now, right, buddy? It's fun to watch how he creates things. Okay, so this is with the stone... Where did I put it? The cold gray. Not the stone gray. This is cold gray. The Storyteller. Let's see if I can get a hold of that one. Desdemona rocked. Desdemona was my favorite. Agreed. So this is with that first darker gray put on. I'm going to let this dry a quick little beat, and then I'm going to move on to raising it up a color and go even lighter on the mini just to get the higher points. This is something I love to do when minis are super duper detailed. And then I'm going to do the whole thinning my paints just a little bit more than I normally would. To kind of glaze more than paint. Every Wednesday at noon. Dude! It's a good thing I know you, Miguel. Hello, Aris! How are you, darling? Yes, Miguel does streams. He usually does, like, long streams, like 12-hour streams, right? I want to say Fridays and Saturdays is usually when he starts doing his stuff. You have to check him out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, now I'm going to jump up to a question mark. Hello, Raven Wolf. How are you? So good to see you. No actual schedule yet. We got to work on that, Miguel. We got to get you scheduled so I can, you know, plug your stuff here and send them your way when you're doing stuff. All right, so I'm going to actually do Stonewall Grey now. I'm going to do the 3-layer effect here. Yeah, 3 layers. Because this is just, it's too amazing. Da 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 da. 16 hours was the longest, but yeah. Wasn't there, am I misremembering? Am I not recalling correctly? Didn't you have one where you went, weren't you trying for like a 24-hour one? Was that the one where you were trying for a 24-hour one? Miguel is crazy, in a good way. Miguel is also going to be at Mace. I will be at Mace. Mace is happening officially in less than a month. So I'll be there. I'll be there in Charlotte, along with a bunch of other lovely craft personalities. You get all of the guild masters, which is wahoo, as well as other members of our crafting community. So do, if you're in the area, consider stopping by, saying hello, all that goodness. So now taking the Stonewall Grey, this is where I was getting stoned before, I'm going back over, same thing, but I am keeping the brush a little bit lighter on top because I really want to bring out those super higher points. Not necessarily get into like the nooks and crannies as much. And then I'm going to do one last round. Ravencraft, someone has to pay for me to go there. I have hit that point where if people want me at a con, they have to get me there. The funds are depleted. Con trips definitely add up. My my fall 2020, believe it or not, is already booked. I was floored. I was absolutely floored at how quickly that happened. And all within days, too. So, yeah. I lots of people want me in lots of different places. And that's something to keep in mind. If you want to see me at different conventions, reach out to the coordinators and let them know. And they will reach out to me sometimes and ask if I'd want to come. And then you get some compensation, which is nice. Crooks and Nannies. I love that commercial. Let's see. Who did I miss? Oh, hello, Dan Dillon. You snuck in here. Yes, this is a crazy, ridiculously cool Minnie. The Chamberlain. You know people. You can get things. Well, talk to people and see if we can make something happen. How's that? Did that work out okay? I'm actually surprised at the uptick in convention stuff, but I really do enjoy meeting people face to face and getting a chance to interact. Holy moly, there is so much on this guy. Hi, welcome to the first episode where I'm basically doing the shadow layers first. I could spend all day on this. This is a problem. But he's such a cool mini. I want to take my time with him. I don't want to necessarily rush it. Wise men say only fools rush in. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you've got so many neat folds of fabric. Look at him. No, I don't have an issue with the textures and minis and all that brand. Oh, he ugly. He ain't ugly, but he's a beautiful ugly. You know, oh, hello, John S. I would love a Fizzgig. Even like a plushie. I would so love a Fizzgig plushie. And keep him over here and just... I mean, I have Groot and I have my Grumpy Dragon. They sit across the way and they make me smile and keep me happy. I'm such a kid sometimes with some things. Like, yes, please, I want the cuteness. There are like layers in here I didn't realize. Because look at... There's like this undercoat underneath the other... The Zero, they did an amazing job. Each one of these minis is ridiculous. That's why I'm going to take my time with this fellow and really, really work it. All right, he is... Look at this. I swear, I'm just going to do a line of a mini collection that I have. Just doing this type of a shadow layer thing. I love, love, love how it gives like this pencil sketch look. Especially once I jump into the lightest color. Look at this detail here. Again, forgive the paint on the fingernails. I was doing a well. So cool. This I'm just going to paint up to look like dark wood. Not black, but sort of like a mahogany, I decided. That's the plan. That is the plan. Fizzgig would be an awesome costume for a little bebe. Or a cute poocheroo. Your pooch, too, can also look like Fizzgig. Oh, cold tea. Nothing like a sip of cold tea. But I need a sip of something. Agra was great. Yes. I agree. Was there a mini of her? There is a mini of her floating around. Because I was looking into it. Yeah. Miguel should be MZ4250 Ravencraft. For Patreon. Unless I'm completely off base. Miguel, correct me. He should be. Okay, so now that I've done... First layer is Cold Grey. Second layer is Stonewall Grey. Now, we're moving on to... The tea is always PG Tips. Always PG Tips. That's my tea of choice. Every so often, I get fancy. And I'll jump over to Tazo tea and do like a chai. If I do a chai, I much prefer a Starbucks chai latte. Tall chai latte made with coconut milk. That's my go-to at Starbucks. So now I'm going to do Wolf Grey for that last roundabout. Yeah, actually where I had to pause the movie was right at one of the scenes with Agra. There's so many cool things. So many cool things. I just rinse my brush because the paint dried a little bit while I was chattering. And I don't want the bristles to be too stiff. So, I don't know. It's been fun. Seeing which of these minis was going to get going. I've also been having a lot of fun working with the Cobalt Press build stuff that I've been doing. Making some progress, which is grand. But oh my god. I gave myself a panic attack the other day when I realized what the date physically is now. And when I need these guys for Cobalt Press done, it's like, oh, I'm crafting every single day. Especially because of losing a weekend to Mace. Don't be surprised if you see me working on something there. Let's put it that way. Actually, I wonder if I could swing that. Yorkshire tea. See, that's also a very good one. I agree. I cannot do Earl Grey for some reason. Gives me massive migraines. Something about Earl Grey, my body is just like, heck no. We don't like this stuff in our system. Alright, so I'm going now with this Wolf Grey. Very, very lightly. Like, just tickle with the feather. See, I'm going to paint you. I'm going to pull you up just a little bit. Oh, God. These folds. These folds. If you love your job, you will never work again. Yeah, in theory. Or at least you get a lot of rewards out of it. That's the way I like to look at it. Any job is going to have its issues and its stressors, but if you get more out of it than what you have to. Citrus allergy. No. Actually, citrus and I love each other. Something about Earl Grey, don't know. It's never been a good one for me. And there's so much tea out there, I really don't, it's not like I'm like, oh, my world is over, I can't have Earl Grey. So that's one of those things where I don't mind. It's actually a lot harder to get around not being able to have cow's milk. Let me tell you. That's the trickiest allergy of them all. If it goes moo, it's not for me. Sad to say. Let me tell you, I miss a good pizza with mozzarella on it. Earl Grey is made with tiny bitter oranges. Causes problems for people. Interesting. Well, I don't know. Maybe I have to go out and purchase tiny bitter oranges and see if I get a headache. That sounds like such a bad idea. Let me purposely make myself sick? I know, this is a more you know moment. Earl Grey tea. Very interesting. I'm going to have to read up on that. I'm going to have to remember to read up on that too. Brown rice tea. Oh, interesting. I just got started on oat milk. And please don't at me about how it's not milk. I know it's not milk. I didn't name this stuff. No, we're not installing a driver right now, computer. Shush. Please no. Oh, Chinese gunpowder. Yes, that's another good one. That's a good summer tea. I like that one, Mixonovitsky. Yeah, it really is. See, I can't do almond milk. Almond milk, its texture makes me queasy. I think it's actually the binding agent. But this oat milk that I just got, it has the mouthfeel of a good cream. And it has a very mellow flavor, so it actually doesn't affect the flavor of the tea, like what's happened with a lot of other things. Bergamot. That's what I like. Bergamot. And by the by, the dragon's going to be living today. It was too cold. I had to turn the heat on. The basement, I was like shivering like a little chihuahua, as I do, especially when I'm cold. So if you hear the beast awakening every so often, I have the heat on. Because. Don't ask. I'm three cups of tea. Have I had 3 cups of tea? 2 cups of tea in. All caffeinated, and one was very much oversteeped. I'm surprised I'm not shaking, quite frankly. Shaken, not stirred. Or when else fails, wine. Yeah, let's talk about wine. God. I may not be able to have wine anymore. Past couple times I've had wine, I have not felt well. I need to get that checked out. What happened was about this time last year, I got a really, really bad sinus infection because, allergies. And this doctor gave me a prescription, and I wish she had told me this. I found out after the fact, that had a sulfa-based antibiotic involved with it. Now, there is a sulfites allergy that runs in my family. Took this antibiotic, it's even my chart, that's the crazy thing. Took this antibiotic, and within a day, I had this huge rash all over my body. My knuckles were so swollen I couldn't close my hands. I felt miserable. Ever since then, every single time I have had wine, I've started not feeling so hot. Who is you? Go away. I even have notifications turned off. Good grief. So, yeah, if I can't drink wine anymore, I'm going to cry. I am going to freaking cry. But I have been told by a few people there are certain wines that you can have because of how they're grown. It has to be, I'm trying to remember this correctly, has to be French wine. I think South African was the other one, and someone was saying I could also do white wine. It's just I haven't really had the time to sit down and experiment to figure out what holds true. Because again, I don't want to knock myself out for a week. I don't have time for that. So yeah, so many wines have sulfates in them. So yeah, I have a sulfa thing now. Yay! So I'm gonna talk with my general practitioner about that when I have my appointment. See what we need to do to figure out if this is something that I now have to add onto my very stupidly growing list. You can find some wine without sulfates. That is going to be a mission. Because your girl loves her wine. I like my wine. Not with the H, but with the I. Alright, he is... I'm actually quite tempted to go back in and just do a straight up white. But see what I mean? Like, this gives it a really cool pencil sketch effect. God, I really need to do minis like this. Iced wine. See, good sangria. Hello. Hello, Full Shot. How have you been? Thank you for jumping in. Let's see. Your wife loves iced wine. Is that like just straight up wine with ice in it? Because, yeah, I've done that in the summertime. I like my wine. You can quote me on that one. You can quote me on that one. I do like my wine. Just make sure it's the right wine, because I don't like my wine. Get enough wine. I am going to go in and I'm going to do a very delicate layer of the dead white. Just very delicate. Kind of like me right now. I'm so pale anymore. I haven't been outside and I've lost that little color that I did have. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sulfates are pretty much in most wine. Sangria with frozen chunks of fruit. Oh, I have a really awesome peach sangria for the summer. And I go to the local farm stand because this farm around the corner from us, they have the best peaches. I'm not even kidding. Oh, you've been moving, so you're tired. Hello, Arthur. You know what? It's gotten to the point where not enough time in the world, but dang it, they're in possession. I mean, good grief. The way everyone's been going with the whole Reaper 5. Who? I've turned into an owl. Ooh, ice wine is made from grapes that were frozen, very sweet. Oh, see, I probably wouldn't like that then because I don't like sweet wines. I'm very much the give me my dry and robust style. All right, Chatterbox, hold on. All right, so I'm just going to go in with this dead white. Yeah, I want that. And just doing, like, I'm barely touching it right now. Truly just getting those highest points. What was I saying? I was saying something. I don't know. I forgot. I love how it's like we talk about wine and shoom, everyone's talking about wine. Yes to the wine. We are not winos at all. Not us. No. No way, no how. Oh, the peach sangria. Yeah, the local farm by me. Their peaches are amazing. And it's actually the cheaper the Moscato you can get, the better it makes the sangria. So it's that. It's a bottle of the Moscato. Like just a standard bottle, not like a, let's party and have a great time, big bottle. And then 4 ounces of peach schnapps, 2 ripe peaches, spiced rum, I want to say 2 jiggers of spiced rum, and then ginger ale. It's so good. It's yummy. So yes, I just gave you a recipe for sangria while painting a mini. But I didn't make it this summer because, this whole thing cropped up and I didn't want to experiment. You can't have beer? Is that it, Zero? Jack Daniels. You mentioned Reaper and that got stuck on who? Thank you! See, Puddin is my brain today. Puddin is my hero. Yes, has anyone actually backed Reaper 5? Throw it in the chat. Let's see if we got some backers. That would be fun to see. So yeah, while I'm still kind of on the fence about trying wine again, I am a vodka soda girl. I love my Tito's. Tito's is my favorite. Just that with some seltzer, and I'm happy. It also treats me very well. I don't get like a hangover or anything. Look at this. Look at this. You're beautiful. Yeah, I pretty much just spent the past half hour getting these insane layers on him. But it's going to be so worth it in the long run. For sure. For sure. Just want to make sure I got every possible stitch and dip and okay. Look at him. These minis are beautiful. You're beautiful. Yes, vodka is potato wine. Thank you, Brent. V is very caffeinated. I think it just kicked into him like zing. Maybe I shouldn't have that third cup of tea, or at least make it a decaf. I'll get things done. It'll be a blur. Alright, so now I need to backpedal to the Carroburg. Oh, I'm trying to catch what you guys are chatty. So I'm going to jump into using Carroburg Crimson. Yeah, I am speaking quickly. Don't let the Jersey girl get caffeinated and then have a conversation, because you're going to be wondering what the hell I'm saying. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this as a layer on the hands as well as the face, darling. If I can get it to open. Oh, we're talking about what vodka actually is. Spirit-wise. Vodka. Vodka is good. Vodka is very good to me. I like my vodka. Alright, got it open. Yay! Just gonna go in with a standard brush. Nothing too schmancy. The what now? Oh, this is one that I got for... Okay, so the Grumbacher. This was given to me as a present from one of the kids. So, this is what I'm using right now. Just a, fine tip brush. That's all you need. Decaf, no. Take the... So right now it's debatable in the chat. Do you want to get me drinking, or do you want me to get me caffeinated? Don't you dare add Red Bull to my vodka, because I hate that stuff. That's a thing you know. Actually, I can't stand Red Bull. I had Red Bull once. Bull. Do not like. Not for me. Okay, so now I'm just taking this wash, and I'm literally just going over. And this usually takes a couple layers to really get a more intense coverage. But you can see it starts to pick up. So I'm going to put this on. I'm avoiding the beak. Hello, Jody! What happens if you leave vodka to sit too long? I have no idea. It's not a problem for me. I think that's still part of his skin. Maybe not. Nope, that's not. Oh, there's so many little details here. That's why also it's good to do this wash before painting. Just in case it goes where you don't want it to go. My bad. Let me get under his chinny chin chin. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Let's see, what else has been going on this week for me? Last Air was Sunday. And that was so much fun. Again, I only had 4 of my players. Jim was off doing convention stuff. That we already knew about. Gnome unfortunately couldn't make it. So we just had it where they finally arrived at the Grove of Eternal Autumn. And our Gearforge, good lord. Our Gearforge decided he wanted to make contact with Hulda, the patron goddess of the Grove. So that was kind of a fun thing to play out. And then there's different interactions going on with PCs and NPCs. And it was a heavy roleplay session, which I had a feeling might be the case. Because again, entering into a new place, getting to know people. Very curious to see what they're going to do with it this coming week. Don't give me Jolt Cola. That's a very bad idea. And don't give me Jolt Cola with rum. You think I'm hyper now? Rum for some reason acts as a stimulant for me. Like, stupidly so. Eris, if she's still in the chat, can vouch for that one. Oh, hello, Olivia. I didn't see you jump in there. Yeah. I don't know why. It's just always been a thing for me that rum jacks me up. If I have any rum, I'm like, ding! Until the wee hours of the morning. It's bad. It's so bad. All right, still doing the same thing, the Carroburg in where the hands are. Obviously, I'm not getting it onto his claws. The claw. You wouldn't be wrong, Quinian, that there might be a story behind Jolt, Rum, and V. You wouldn't be wrong at all. However, a girl's got to keep her secrets. You love Rum. Yes, I am, and yes, she can. I think, what time was it? Like 3:30 that I maybe finally calmed down? 3:30 or 4 in the morning. It was bad. That was bad. And that was only after one drink. God help me. If we do a Rum sleepover, there'll be no sleep for me. All right, so I'm going back and I'm doing another round of this on him. And you see, this is where the second run around starts making a difference. But the reason why I like doing this is because the wash plays off of what I've already done with the shadow layers. So his face is going to be super detailed. I'm not going to have to do anything further with this outside of like, you know, deepening the nose and everything like that. Oh, you know what I could do for the nose? I could do another wash. I could do the, yeah, I'm going to do that. I think I'll do the Seraphim. Not quite up to the full yellow one, but sleeping would be outlawed. Yeah, I think it was like bed was considered at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know when I fell asleep that night. I mean, I know I slept. I woke up. I was also the first one to wake up. That's the funny thing, because, you know, mom clock. But here you can see how this color is just intensified simply by doing a second round. And this is where just a little bit at a time application is all you need. Just got very jazzy. Ooh. I'm actually quite proud of myself that I haven't sat here and done this the whole time. Jolt and Rum and D&D all night. Could you imagine if I DM'd that way? BB's place? Oh dear God. That would be a whole new experience. Yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I can, that's why I'm grinning. I very much can. All right, same thing, also adding more to his hands. Ace says pumpkin cider. Oh, I have had a pumpkin cider. It's pretty good. We have 2 microbreweries in my area, and the one really gets into doing some fun flavors. So I should keep an eye on them. Like Eris is like, what? Oh my God. Can you imagine Evie if I had Jolts? Rum? She'd talk about. We actually would have to do like an Evie heavy round because she's perfectly built for hyperactivity. Yeah, we may have to explore that. Okay, so I've got the wash on him where I wanted it and some where I don't want it. But the beautiful thing is if you did get some wash where you didn't want, you can go back in with a little bit of water. But again, I'm painting over the areas that I accidentally nicked, so I'm not worried, but there you go. I mean, look at how fun and detailed that face is, and all I had to do was a couple layers of wash. Can totally keep up the Cameron voice. Absolutely. So I'd have to, how would I do BB's though? BB's is that slow southern drawl. I don't think BB would be there for much longer. She'd be like, I'm here and I'm gone, darlings. You go and do this, I'll go and do there. No, I want Seraphim. I'm going to do the Seraphim first and see if I like that for the nose. Oh God. Yeah. PAX U has gotten so packed for me, I am going to be calling it early each and every day. I'm not even kidding. Just got confirmed for a panel on Friday at 1:30. So that'll be a thing. And then there's 2 more that I'm waiting to hear back on. And then there's going to the Cobalt table saying hello while I'm there. That's a little bit too much on my brush of the wash. You don't want to go too ham on the wash because then it's going to start running everywhere you don't want it to be. So again, this is going to be a 2-layer deal. But yeah, the Seraphim is just the color I want. So I'm going to tickle this onto his nose for the beak zone. And they do have just a little bit, so I'm going to bring it down just a slight bit and change the tone here. Might help if I get it in focus. So just put a little bit of it through here as well. And dry, if I can. BB just needs to leave for a while. Yeah. Yeah. She would. We'll leave Evie in charge for the evening. Evie's hired her own party to bring them in for the qualifications she feels they need. Oh, very cool. Yay. Yeah, I was happy that it was at 1:30. It means I can actually get a little sleep Friday morning before running around like a maniac. Ugh, there's a lot going on. Oops. Still wet. But yeah, it's basically PAX is packed, which is unreal. Not that I'm complaining because it's a lot of fun. It means I get to see a whole bunch of people and everything like that. So we'll go from there. Hurry up and dry. He's not quite there yet. Oh, well, bye, Zero. Thanks for joining us. You take care. I'm half tempted to try and do this guy as mostly washes. Because I'm looking at this stuff through here. That I could do with the Agrax. Do I want to do that? It's tempting. It is quite tempting. Yes, go Jess. I'm doing a Skeksis, the Chamberlain. The Chamberlain is getting done today, darlings. Oh my god. Yes, my kitten will attack snowflakes too. It is the most gosh darn adorable thing and hysterical. It is absolutely hysterical. All right, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the Seraphim on his nose because that has that lovely golden tone to it. I'm not kidding. I'm really thinking about doing a couple of the other bits in washes and then going the coat itself. I definitely am, because that's a cardinal red. Like the major part of it I'm going to have to do as it's so red it's making things look funny. Yoink. See how red this all is? So that I think I'll do as a red paint. I think I'm going to do the rest with the glaze, with the washes. That's what I'm thinking. I go do that. I've had too much caffeine. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies for my spasticness today. What I should do is caffeinate myself for the game tomorrow for Dawnbringers. And Cantriel can be caffeinated. No, actually, I've been sugar rushing on Cantriel lately. I've been having my gummy bears, a bag of gummy bears. You can kind of tell when it kicks in because she gets extra feisty. It's a fun game, though. Yeah, we're going to do washes. Fun with washes. This took an unexpected turn, but that makes it fun. All right, so that is it for the Seraphim. These the one. Seraphim, Sepia. I need to remember to order more washes. I am running so low, it's not even funny. So low. Oh, maybe I should do the Reikland. Shut up, Miguel. The board game itself, I've played it twice now. I like it. It's good for families. It's a great family game. I will say that. What am I doing here? I am... Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Reikland on the cuffs. And I think I might do Agrax through here. And then we'll focus on the red. Yeah, can't. Nope. Caffeinated, starting to dance. Nope. 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 Stop. Yeah, me too. I know I don't have the right color of red for his majority of his fabric. So I'm going to wash what I can. Rinse my brush in two. I'm going to wash what I can, and then I will move over to a glaze. I'll make a glaze because I have stuff for that. I'll make a glaze in red, and then, yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, folks. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Have Jeremy a little tipsy. Wait, what? Where is this happening? Gods no. Cantriel hopped up on sugar. Tell him. No, he's already had to deal with her hopped up on sugar. It's been like the past three game nights. I've had my gummy bears. It's actually to the point I'm tempted to put gummy bears on my Amazon wish list for the channel. How sad is that? Like, I can get gummy bears sent to me. Yes, that's where my brain just went. Wait, you mean Jeremy, BMC Jeremy? Oh dear God. There's an idea for Mace. Okay, so he's got these floofed out cuffs. And that's a technical term, floofy cuffs. Through here. This is definitely going to be a couple layers worth. But the coloring is about where I want it to be. So I'm going to tuck this in. Oh, this just turned into really fun. Hold on. So, Mel put Cadbury egg on his what? I'm missing something. Which, right now, with the way my brain's working, that's not too hard to believe. All right, let me get up through here and get the upper portion of his cuff. Ooh, in frame, folks. I will say, when you're doing this wash approach, you do need to make sure you're not overloading things. Hello, random man things. I am doing it in layers so I can get the right gradient of color that I want. And I haven't done Nuln Oil on this at all. This has been a deposit of colors. And I'm doing it this way because it's kind of how it developed. Amazon wishlist for the channel. Yeah, I do have one on my website. thecraftingmuse.com. You can check that out. But yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking. There we go, folks. Oh, now I'm following. Okay, so yeah. I mean, Cadbury eggs are good. They are definitely good. All right, let me look here. Where is there more of this? Okay, so this is also through here. That's also going to get the Reikland. Looking at the reference pic. So, no, actually the collar is a no. Hold on. Luckily that's getting Agrax, so I'm not going to worry too much. All right, put a little bit on the collar, but it's going to get Agrax over that. It'll darken up. But through here is definitely more of where I need to get the Reikland. This is so not the direction I was planning on going, but I'm loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. And then, let me see. Yeah, it goes down the front. Okay. Okay. Pull this down the front. Yeah. Yeah, 20 different conversations. Let's keep up with the chat. Bing, 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 bing. All right, so it goes down in the front a little bit too, through here. For the front panel. And I am just going to take my brush and remove the excess. It's sort of like pulling down. Look at this. Huh. Yeah, this is fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to grab my Agrax so that while the Reikland not cools. Yes, when it cools, because we're baking. When it dries, or while it dries, I can shift over to something else. Sometimes a change of plans makes all the difference. Yes, it does. And it's fun. Da-da-da-da-da. Agrax. Okay, here we go with my Agrax. And that's going to go on this little bit on the back, as well as the collar. Which, see if I can pull some more of this off. Alright, so this I'm going to go back in and I'll put Agrax, yoink. I'll put Agrax on the collar here where that really needs to go. But it is... Alright, so cut around. This is all supposed to be red from here up. So from here down needs to. Candy corn is evil. See? Okay. But the pumpkins? Can we talk about those pumpkins? Yeah, it's always important to let your paints cool. And I'm not talking about cool paint colors either. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm basically working this. That's a problem. It's such a shredded fabric. So it looks like through here, I'm looking at my reference picture from it. So basically up through here is what's going to get Agraxed. This, whatever this is, it's sort of its line of delineation. What are the watches sitting on? They are sitting on these lovely little stabilizers you can get off of Thingiverse to keep them from tipping, because Citadel's pots are notorious drunken soldiers. They fall over like crazy. And these are my go-to little pots that I'll pop the Citadel pots into, because then I don't have to waste time transferring the washes into more friendly use bottles. And I just make sure they stay and they live with each other on the same shelf, and I grab and I go. That's what they are. There's a few different variations you can get to. Style-wise, I like the star pattern because it's super duper stable. They really do help. See, maybe I should get some pumpkins for tomorrow night. I'll get caffeinated and I'll get a sugar rush. How's that sound? Tune in tomorrow night, 8:30, Mini Train Domain on Twitch. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Because that'll be an event. All right, this is still some of it. Yep. There too. This is the tricky part. Figuring out where one bit of tatters falls into one color. But this is fun. This is fun to do with the washes. I'm enjoying it. Sounds great. So I'll see you there, right, Quinian? I really should just go onto my wish list after this is done, and I'll add in gummy bears and other candies. Give me a sugar rush. Sugar, 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 sugar. It's like, remember Encino Man? Coffee, 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 coffee. That's another thing. I can't drink coffee anymore. I miss it. But clearly, tea is doing the trick. Oh, they're too old for trick-or-treating? Yeah, we still get some teenagers at our door. They've grown wise to it too, because if they show up and we still have some candy, I'm like, yeah, take more. Just take a good bunch of it. Awesome. See you tomorrow night then, Quinian. Okay, now I'm going to take the Agrax. I'm going to go in where I wanted to before. Because the rough is definitely the darker color. And that's going to be a couple of different layers as well. All right, so I'm going to let the Agrax dry. I'm going to go back to where I was putting the Reikland and give that another round. Coffee, good. We love coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Thank you so much, Quinian, for finding that. Wheeze the juice. God, that's a fun movie. Trick-or-treat until you graduated from high school. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, if there's a costume involved, take the candy. I'm good. I really, I don't mind. I love it. I love seeing even adults going around with their kids all dressed up in costumes. We used to get more involved doing that. Now the kids, they've reached that age where it's like, Mom, Dad, do we have to do family costume? Oh, I do need to check with my oldest to see if he still wants to be Gandalf. Because we pretty much have most of that costume as it is. I even need to see if maybe the whole costume would fit him. Because I made a beard out of yarn, and the same for the hat. So he'll be warm if it's a cold Halloween night, that's for sure. So again, this is the Reikland going back into the ruffs, the lace and stuff. So what'd you do to Miguel? You Yep. Peer pressure. Fall into the caffeinated beverages, Miguel. Resistance is futile. Now those would be some fun minis. Next generation minis. Oh, that's fun! Okay, now that's a pretty cool way to spend... Actually, that is what I'm doing for Halloween. I forgot, Dawnbringers is Thursday night, and Halloween's Thursday. So we're gonna be in costumes. So you have to watch Dawnbringers on Halloween night. Because we're gonna be playing the part. That is the plan. Oh wait, that's a little finger of his hanging out there. Alright, I'm gonna need to go back and grab something quickly. Oops. That really sounds so much fun, though. Seriously. Not everyone likes coffee. Or there are people who hated it and now they're suddenly loving it, I find. Which is a go figure. So he has a little finger that's right there hiding. Let me go back and get that other color. Who says trick-or-treaters get to have all the fun? I didn't. I love Halloween. We actually have trunk or treat in my area because of being in such a rural spot. You know what? Let me take this out of frame so I can actually really see this while I do this. She mutters. Sometimes I just can't keep it in the frame. So he had a little finger back there. Yeah, Miguel. If you're living in a glass house there, don't throw stones. Oh, hello, Shannon. Very cool. Unlimited data. Aren't those fun? I have fallen in love with my unlimited data and my YouTube Premium for music. Oh my god. I was trying Spotify. Honestly, it's random selections. It was not what I was wanting. I got bored with it after a while. But I'm loving the YouTube Premium. Music is good. Alright, so this is with the Reikland on there, and that's actually pretty damn close to what's going on here. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'll actually answer the with my costume on, because I do have a costume. There's even a Halloween party happening. Okay, so that's with the Reikland. I'm going to go back and let me check here. Is this ready for... That's debatable. That's debatable. Debatable. Yeah, I probably could. Give it like another minute, and then I'll go back into the Agrax. But I'm thinking that's all I'm going to do with the Reikland. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that for the Reikland layers. Call it quits on that one, so put that one away. Reference photo. Oh, look, there's like little polka dot thingies. It's the only way to use YouTube, man. No more adpocalypse. Yeah. That's a whole different thing there, darling. So yeah. Oh, hopefully she feels better soon. Okay. Go feed the kids. It's important. You're supposed to keep them alive. Get them sustenance. See you later, last laugh. And hope your wife's feeling better, Ravencraft. This flu is making its rounds already. My God. My goodness. I tell you. All right. Yeah. As it dries, it actually gets darker too. So I'm very happy with that. But the back needs more Agrax. Just like we need more cowbell. All right. So what happened? One of the guys forgot his costume. So he borrowed your cow costume and vampire. Vampire cow. Moo, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't say blah, blah, blah. I only say it when I say I don't say it. Hotel Transylvania. Very popular movie in this house. That's not the right paintbrush. That's the paintbrush from this morning. That's when I was doing the well. Making a well. That actually, see, I love it when costumes kind of get spun on their heads a little bit. And people go and do fun stuff. My one friend does Halloween parties every year. And I always look forward to seeing what she's going to do for her costume because she's another artist. And the stuff she comes up with, you're just like, oh God, especially for her kids. No flew up here. Get out garlics and crucifix. Is that what it is? Well, dang. I can do the garlic part at least. Heathen. Yep, that is the color. Getting closer to the color that I want for sure. This has been cool. I'm enjoying changing up and goofing around. See, this is why I like experimenting and just playing with colors. Because now I'm thinking this could be a fun thing to do with all of these minis. You have to use a stake on vampire cows. Not the S-T-A-K-E, but the S-T-E-A-K. So says Puddin. Puddin. I always want to revert into my Harley voice. Puddin. I'm telling you, bad influence. Mr. J. Bring it a little bit closer. Oh, look at you. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous, yeah. I just need to remember that this darkens up as it dries. This may be a third round. We'll see how this dries up. We'll go from there. See what happens. All right. Thank you for stopping by, lady. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye now. Yeah. I haven't used the contrast paints, though, so I'm kind of like, I don't know really how they function or how they work. Like, I've watched, trust me. With the way people keep asking me about them, I have watched videos and everything, but I can't speak from personal experience. But from what I can tell, they're really a great setup for, like, if you have a whole army. Like, literally, if you have armies you want to get done, they're quite handy. I've seen a lot of 40k people just gushing over them. Gushing, I tell you. Not gushing, but gushing.
Well, it helps when you live in the area where the voice is kind of already mimicked. And then you can just do the Harley voice. It's actually not that hard. It's just a matter of, like, letting her voice go up and down again and then just, you know, adding that little nasal quality in there.
For some reason, Harley is one of those voices I can lapse into. In and out of. Yay! All right, I'm going to put the Agrax there for now, and I think I'm going to try and get a glaze of red going. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm saying let's go full on Scarlet. But where's my red? All right, so going for Scarlet Red because that is pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Where is my glaze agent? Vallejo does have a glaze medium. See? I'm going to use that. They changed a lot of how you paint things, so that's good. Yeah, I actually am sticking to the colors on this because there's such an iconic character that I wasn't going to go and Museify it. I wasn't going to go and change all the colors. No, Shannon, I don't have dedicated brushes. It's more brush types. But in this case, it's like every exception to the rule because normally with my washes, I will use a brush like this. But since I'm getting into doing more detail work, I have just jumped to using one of my detail brushes in this case. In terms of specific brands and stuff, nope. I grab brushes and I use brushes. I don't fall into the, it must be this brush. It must be this number. It's just, oh, that'll work. I've always done that. V does voices and so do I. It gets dangerous when you do voices and the person you're talking to does as well. You can scare people. You can legit scare people sometimes with that. Not speaking from any experience whatsoever. None at all. I've always had an ear for mimicry. I will mimic like crazy. All right, so I just put a couple drops of the glaze medium in there on my plate, which I'm not going to show because it's pure white and it's going to make my camera go, what are you doing? Oh, that's pretty cool that she can do those. Sometimes I just start talking and I don't even realize I'm doing it. That's a problem. So I have that. Is that runny enough? Not quite. I'm going to add a little bit more of the glaze medium. Not quite where I want it to be. Yoink and yoink. The white, yeah, agreed. I struggle, honestly, with Australian and New Zealand. Those are the two that are very much, I can't quite get them quite right. I'll just harass Gareth for a while. Keep talking. Right? Keep talking. You talk funny. That's what I was told as a child. You talk funny when I moved to New Jersey. So, yeah. You talk funny. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Yes, I do that too, Quinian. I was talking with someone yesterday, actually, and he's from the UK. And I have lived in the UK for a period of time, so I had an affectation that developed. And as I'm talking to him, all of a sudden everything started shifting again. It's like, please don't think I'm mocking you. Please don't think that. What I am going to do is I'll go back in because there are like some goldish details through here. And then these are actually, looks like almost like a copper. So I'll go and I'll do those after the fact. So the tinier thread details, I'll go in and do at a later time. All right, let's see how we're doing here. All right, that should work. Gareth is actually South Africa, I believe. Here we go in with the Scarlet Red that has been majorly thinned out. I'm just going to be very, very, very careful now. It's like coloring books. You want to get those edges first before jumping in. Because I really don't want this to hopscotch over if I can help it. And disturb the wash. Fun family game. Everyone agree on an accent before you enter a restaurant. Oh dear God, Jesse. Oh God. That would be cruel. That would be so cruel. Okay, now see this Scarlet Red, I swear on camera, it looks like a murder scene. That really gets bright. It's not nearly as intense as it's picking up. You know what it is? It's because your girl's so pale. Because I have to jump up the white balance. I think that's why that's looking far more intense than it actually is. Now the cool thing is I'll be able to paint this with the Scarlet Red. And then I will do the Carroburg wash on it. And that should bring it into where I want it, need it to be type of thing. Itchy nose. Wash your brushes, quite frankly. I haven't had that issue ever, Shannon. I haven't seen that crop up. So it hasn't been a problem for me, speaking from my own experiences. Just get a good brush wash. The Masters. Where is it? Oh, where'd it go? Where's my Master soap? Is a good one to use for cleaning your brushes and conditioning them if you want. I'm not one who steers into the you must and you shoulds of paintbrushes. I'm more of the if you have it, use it. If you're comfortable with it, great. Okay, this is looking like some of that coppery stuff right there, so I'm going to leave that alone. It's that thread detail. But yeah, this is smoothing out nicely since I've put that glaze in there. But, haha. Hello, the Maharishi. How are you today? Ooh, hold on. Cat hair. The little girl has been sneaking up on my art desk lately, so I've been having a cat hair issue. My goodness, so many little details on him. What I'm trying to do, especially with this red, because it's very obvious when you miss a spot, was a class clown in high school, should have taken drama. You know, that's usually the case. When you get a class clown, you just kind of look at them, you're like, go join the drama club, please. I have a feeling you'll enjoy it greatly. Please go join. Please, please, please. It's just funny to see what kids lock into. My son wants to do it all. Brain is washed with distractions. Well, hey. Sounds familiar. Yeah, this Scarlet Red is perfect. The perfect red for this. I'm happy. I'm quite happy with it. Actually, what I could do... Yep. I'm actually thinking while painting a Skeksis, so that felt appropriate. I'm going to do my best to work around these little thread details, because I do want to go back in and give those, I think I'll do like a copper metallic on that. But with all these folds, I am definitely having to, like, see? You can see where you've missed a spot. Flashbacks? No. No, 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 no. Honestly, my class clowns were some of my favorite kids. You knew there was a light back there. It was fun, like, when they'd be on and they'd just be doing it, it's like, okay. Or, or, the ones who would get your sarcastic comment, or, like, random reference, and started laughing. You had that moment of looking at them like, you're my people. You're my people. Hello, Richard. How are you? Yep. Yep, it's a thing now. It's a thing now. There you go. When we end the stream, everyone has to go, in chat. That would be hysterical. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely fun. Let me flip this a little bit so I can get into a better angle here. Why are you not playing nice? There we go. There we go. And there you go. School allowed corporal punishment? Whoa! Not where I taught. Heck no. Oh my god. That would not have gone over well. This is also why I don't bother doing the base of any mini until I know I'm done, so I can just be sloppy. I don't want to be neat with that part. And then this is part of that front, so I don't want to get red on there. But I do want to work some red around it. There we go. And then this band here is also red. It's the same red. Everyone's already doing the Oh my god! I went to Catholic school and I never got the ruler or anything like that. I just got the emotional abuse. 11 years of Catholic school. There's a reason why I'm a heathen. There's a very strong reason. So I'm being very careful right now to gently, carefully. I'm hungry. Random thought, I'm hungry. I did have breakfast. Why am I hungry? Alright, well, we're not going to get into the whole debate here, folks. Anecdotal, fine, but let's not get into the debate about it, all right? I'm going to put the kibosh on that right now before it even gets anywhere. Heated discussions are for things like Reddit. Oh, the guilt. Oh, that Catholic schoolgirl guilt. It is a real thing. A very real thing. I do not practice a specific religion. I am a faithful person. A spiritual person, let's put it that way. But following the whole, you have to go to church, you have to do this, that, the other thing, I'd rather just be a good person. Let's put it that way. Hello, Jan! Good to see you, sir. Okay, so this section, I am happy with coverage. But boy howdy, I definitely need to make sure I get that red in every little nook and cranny, or it pops out that it's night there. Fine. I came here for paint and not punishing. That would be a funny tagline. I came here for the paint and not the punishing. That actually would tie into the whole joke of people wanting to call me the dungeon mistress. Nope. That's asking for trouble. That is asking for so much trouble. Alright, so I'm going to move up now to this section. Bring you back into frame. Oh, but I got to be careful through here. Now, are those red too? I don't know if this is red. I'm questioning that section. I'm going to very carefully... I'm almost wondering if that couldn't also be a Reikland wash right there. This detail right through here. Thank you! Punishment. I mean... Yeah, no, we're not going down the mistress path ever. When I first got made a guild master, they're like, should we call you the guild mistress? No. No. I don't think I could say no fast enough. No. Master is a general term when it comes to, you know, a profession type thing. I am a guild master. So there. YouTube might get snippy. Yeah. They might. They absolutely might. You never know. YouTube's gotten weird, yo. It really has. I've honestly stopped even bothering looking at numbers. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy what I do and be happy with it. Because if I get caught up in the game of numbers and subs and so on and so forth, you just get stressed out and trying to keep up with it all. You're gonna end up miserable. Do 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 do. Oh, come on, you gotta make that sound now. I think. Skinamarink-a-dink-a-dink. Alright, give me off-screen time for this one, because this is an awkward angle. It's basically such a deep insert, I can't do it and keep it on camera, because that goes back further than it looks, further than you realize. I wanted to get that without marring the head accidentally. Yeah, there's a little bit more, hold on. This is my thinking face. At least when I have caffeine in my system. There we go, that's better. That's better. Yeah, it's Dungeon Mademoiselle. Dungeon Madam? Oh, see? Yeah, no. We'll keep it to Master. Let's just keep it to Dungeon Master and Guild Master, please. Thank you very much. I did. Okay. At this point. Here, because I just got a thing that it disconnected. Are we still there? Did I lose you? Did I lose you, chitlins? It's saying stream is excellent. Eee! Alright, hopefully it was just because corsets help support my back. And I had on one of my corsets, and I do fashion corsets because they're fun and they're pretty and they look good. And we're walking through Philadelphia down Filbert Street near the convention center. And these three women were walking towards the group that I was with. And they saw me. And the one in the middle, she leaned over. And I am dead sure she thought I couldn't hear. I have stupidly good hearing, which is also good when you're a teacher. She leaned over to a woman next to her and she goes, that's like one of those dungeon dominatrixes type of things. Talking about me because of my wearing a corset and whatnot. Oh my God. I cracked up. I was laughing about that one. It's like, honey, you are so far off the mark, but I was so close. So close to shouting, no, I'm not a dominatrix, but I am a dungeon master. I let it go. But it was tempting. It was so damn tempting. Like, to each their own. It's like, I'm happy and I'm having fun. Not the kind of fun you seem to think, but hey. Foolish old biddies. Why is that being held, YouTube? Yeah. It's one of those things where it was on the tip of my tongue. I'm like, I could throw it out there, but chances are, I bet they didn't even know what D&D was. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. And then Mike from Unmade Gaming, he had a lot of fun with that. Became a running joke at Keystone. You dominatrix. Oh yeah. And this is how rumors get started, so. Yep, see, Brent's vouching to the yep. Teachers, they have those bat ears, that fine-tuned hearing. Combine that with being a mom now, forget it. That's just it, Puddin'. I think it probably would have confused her even more if I had said, nope, but I'm a good dungeon master. You allowed to, I think we both allowed at the same time. Yeah, biddies, why was that? I don't know, YouTube. YouTube, you're weird. Ironically, what's taking so long with this is because there are so many deep folds. And trying to make sure I get the red where it needs to be. This fellow's taking a little bit of time. Maybe it is good that most of him is wash-based, quite frankly. How are we doing on time? 1:30. I think I can get this guy done. It just might be a very long-running stream is the only issue. How do y'all feel about that one? Or I can do the finer details on him next week, and that'll probably be about an hour-ish. Come on. There we go. Get that red in. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to let this red slightly creepy there. Oh, I can get creepy. There's a dark side. I think what I'll do is I'll get the red on today, let him dry, and then work on the finer details. And yeah, the caffeine is helping me go for sure. But I'll get the finer details done next week and do that last wash on the red. And I think that's how we'll handle getting him done, because I'm thinking just getting this red alone is going to kick me into probably another 10 minutes. And there's other little details I want to get. So this is definitely going to be a two-parter. Two-part stream. There was no whip, though we joked about stopping at a place and getting a little riding crop thing just to really screw with people as I walked along the streets of Philadelphia. Well, at least in certain sections. The scary thing was someone in the group knew where to go get a riding crop in Philadelphia. Like, okay. That was interesting. All right. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Comments about your clothes. No, I didn't. I left it at home, Richard. Foolish of me, I know. Alright, moving on to the other side now. Get you back into focus. And I have the... Well, I have the one. I have one of those little thread details. Again, gonna be very careful through here. The red is beautiful. The Scarlet Red, it's spot on, exactly what I want it to be. Very happy with it. Very, very happy with it. And as it dries, you can see it as it's starting to dry, you get your shadow layer back. It's just so intense when it's wet. It's going to be, let it dry and we can see what it looks like afterwards. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking get the red on, let it dry, and we'll visit him again next week so that you can really see what he looks like as it gets pulled together. It'll be a better way to handle it rather than try and rush through and push through, and then you really don't get the sense of how this is all drying. Need a little bit of red in there. It really does come into play. Oh, when I was doing Cthulhu, it looked like I had flayed Cthulhu when I used this color. It was quite gory. It wasn't even the gory red, it was the Scarlet Red, and people were like, ah! What'd you do to Cthulhu there? I flayed the dark one. But it was well worth it in the end. He was definitely a very popular mini paint. I've had a lot of people comment on him and still comment on him, which is cool. Alright, this is... I even just have to stop because my hand's getting tired from holding. A lot of that's because I've been up and painting... What time did I get up? Got up just as the sun was rising, so that was probably like 6:45. Raise it up. Yeah, I can tell I'm getting tired. So yeah, we'll get red on. Get your red on. Oh, that's right. I have to get that in. Oh, that's going to be freaking hard to get. Ever paint a Caladrix the Skeletal Dragon? I have not. I do have a skeletal dragon thing that Crippled God has sent me. However, and this should be fixed soon when they send me some more minis. I had the mini out and I was assembling it on the kitchen counter because, you know, as you do sometimes. And unbeknownst to me, Little Miss, my kitten, decided she wanted to start hoarding parts of minis. And she stole his head. I'm not even kidding. Stole his head. It got lost for a few days. And I found it a little bit later, but it had a broken horn and everything. So John at Cripple God Foundry is sending me a new head that I can attach to this creature. And then I will paint it. But in terms of two main colors... I think a lot of it depends on what the sculpt looks like. Like, is there still skin involved? Is it purely skeletal? Things like that. This kitten, she is a ferret. Oh my god. She's also over a year old now, but she's still the same size as a kitten, so she's kind of our permanent kitten. She will steal. I'm not kidding. You know how you get like those individual sets of dice in little velvet bags? She steals those. We still have yet to find a set because she's taken it somewhere. She loves the seals around bottles. So if you pop off a seal in a bottle, You have to throw it out right away. Like, you can't even turn your back to put something away. She will jump up onto that countertop and run away with it. In pure glee, hee hee, it's mine, never to be seen again, or unless you find one of her stashes. I did find one of her stashes once, and I can't believe how much she had collected. Between, like, milk gallon bits and water bottles. It's just, she's a goose. She's a weird little thing, but she's adorable, and I love her. But yeah, she stole his head. Looks like Santa's cuxes. You know?
Santa? Is that you, Santa?
God, that'll warp a child.
Merry Christmas.
Jesus. No, that'll go dark fast. Alright, let me... Kitten was trying to run off with your slipper. What? Was I wearing my ears at the time? When she stole that? No. She has eyed my ears. It's a good thing I have a few sets of them. I have caught her a couple times looking at them. Alright, we're almost done with the red. It's right in there that I'm gonna move down to a smaller brush. Oh, no. Steel hair ties. Oh my gosh. I have to buy new hair ties every 3 months. And I get the 50 pack, and it's just me. They're nuts. They all steal them. They all steal them. Is the problem. Alright, so I'm actually going to go for this brush intentionally because it's got this nice little bend to it. This is my hard to reach angled brush. It's not... It wasn't made that way. It wasn't made for that intention, but it was one of those happy little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. But it'll make it easier for me to tuck in and get the red where I need the red. Actually need to anchor my elbow. Forewarning, I might get very quiet. Yep, that did the trick for me. I reached it. I just need to tuck in a little bit there. Okay, that's one side. Oh my gosh. See, kittens are nuts. Your cat, Gygax. I love your cat's name, Dungeon Matron. Gygax the cat. Alright, Opera Ghost. Hello, Todd. Have a great one. See you again sometime soon. Okay, now I've got to get that one. And in through here a little bit. Now I'm in mode. How am I going to reach that? No, actually, I think if I could, I'd be doing Fizzgigs Scream. Out of frustration. This is a tricky angle. Careful. I think that did the trick. Hold on. Thinking face. It's my thinking face. Okay, yeah, that did the trick. Alrighty, so what I'm thinking is one more layer of the Agrax here, because I want that darker. So we will do that. Ouch. And yeah, it is like the Operation King. No! So I'm going to do one more of Agrax on here. And then I actually think I'm going to do some Agrax through this part of the shoulder. This is going to be different details later. I'm going to use some nice metallic, so it's sort of like a gold thread detail. And that also picks up through here. Let's see if I can pull that off. There's like this gold shot of thread that goes through that section, which I might be able to do with a fine tip brush. So let me go back over to, did I not put Agrax away yet? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Good, it's right there. So let me jump back over that. We'll do that, and then we'll call it a day on the Chamberlain. Nerves of steel. It's called motherhood. No, you should see me take my inhaler and then try and paint a mini. Heck no. Heck no. That's not happening. Look like I have Parkinson's. It's bad. It gets bad with my inhaler. I'm like, nope. Yeah, I'm going to tuck in some more Agrax on this. I want it just a tone darker. All right, Miguel. Have a lovely day. I'll talk to you soon, I am sure. Say hi to Jen for me. Yeah. Just that little bit extra is what I need. Or what I want. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, when's your next stream? No idea, of course. Miguel's a little bit more seat of the pants approach than I am. You get carefully thought out with me, and then Miguel's like, let's do it! Almost. Almost. Like horseshoes and hand grenades. Yeah, because right here I can see that connection. It connects through. So that part, definitely I want to have that Agrax on there. Just have to do it very carefully. Focus. Yeah, that makes sense now. Hold on. One moment, please. Yep, that is exactly. It connects together. So if you go to paint this one, the rough is connected to that back piece. That makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more on the rough. Let's get the rough as well. Life's rough. Life's rough with a rough. All right. So, you can see the paint is just starting to dry more here. We're getting back our details and our depths and everything like that. This is showing up super red on camera. It's not this red. But I think we're going to call it pause mode on him for today. Very happy with how he's looking. But there are details I want to get to next week. Just with standard paints, like get the claws, get the thread details, do the base as well. But I am quite pleased with how he is looking thus far. Our Chamberlain. Can I get you both in focus? Yeah. Very happy with how that's looking. Cool. All right, so let's call it for today because I said so. I will be back here Friday. I'm very excited to show you. It's some of the build that I'm doing for Cobalt Press's terrain that they've hired me to do. And it's going to have a fun light feature to it. So join me on Friday as I show you how to make a really cool twist on some sort of like, they're kind of like street lamps, street columns, lighted street columns. And I will tackle that on Friday. So join me then. It will be at noon as well. Also here on the channel, it is the Friday feature, terrain feature. And yeah, I will see you then. Chat, you have been wonderful as always. So good to see the usuals jump in. Good to see some new names as well. Thank you for sticking around. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll make sure I keep myself very much caffeinated for Friday too. Actually, no, that's a bad idea because I have to use a knife. No, I'm not going to caffeinate myself with a big knife in my hand. No, that would be bad. All right, everyone. Take care. Have fun. Be good to each other. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.